All right, we are live. Just wait for some people to pop into the chat. I don't know if you've got the chat there up on your window as well, Malcolm.
Yeah.
There on the right.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just going to bring it up on another window as well, if it'll let me. All right. We've tabbed to a new window. All right, so we've got two people joining us here. Well, thanks for tuning in, whoever you are. We'll drop a comment below. I can't actually tell who's on.
There's 4 now.
I can't remember how I did this chat the other day. Pop out chat, that's what I want. There we go. Cool. So, yeah, I thought we'd just catch up and talk a little bit of Star Wars, what's been happening recently. More than likely just end up chatting about toys and stuff. That's
Definitely
what we do. Yeah, pretty exciting yesterday with Squadrons coming out. We just had a little bit of a chat before, but Matthew Martin is in the chat. He is Aussie Star Wars Unboxer on Instagram. How's it going? He's tuned into the streams a couple of times now, so he's a regular. But yeah, I'm doing well. You're doing well, Malcolm, obviously.
Yep, doing
you
good.
Did say you're potentially on call, so you may have to bail at some point if your beeper goes off.
My beeper beeps. Hopefully I'll turn this off before I remember to get changed behind you. So, it's a bit of the old Superman thing. Go into a tele booth and
spin around a uniform,
and run out the door. So, but yeah, Star Wars Squadrons yesterday. I haven't had much time playing it yet, but looking forward to probably tonight getting stuck into it and that. So I had a go at the multiplayer, a quick go at it, and I got a few kills on there and that. So
yeah, nice.
Obviously, it wasn't up against anyone too good yet, but yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, sort of just getting the hang of flight a little bit after playing Battlefront for quite a few years. It's very different. We've got Keith here in the chat. Good evening to my Aussie friends from the US. Good evening indeed. It'd be morning time for you over there, Keith, wouldn't it? Pretty early morning, if I'm correct. I'm not sure. Depends what time zone you're in, I suppose. But yeah,
that's the problem. That's the problem with us in Australia is the time difference with over in the United States and stuff like that. It's like, what is it, early morning there now or something? So
yeah, 7 a.m. he's saying. So good morning. I hope you've got a cup of coffee. I know I've got one here. It's 8:30 p.m. So I need a coffee just to keep me going for a few more hours. Yeah, hopefully get into some Squadrons afterwards as well. But yeah, like I was saying, just the combat, the flight, it feels faster.
Yeah,
feels quicker. It's a lot more. There's a lot more to think about when you're flying around. You've got to, adjust your shields, your firepower, all that kind of stuff. It's really cool. I'm only a little bit into the story, so
yeah, I like the idea where, because obviously you're in space and that, you can actually throttle down and just float there in space. Have you noticed that? So
yeah, you actually just sort of bank around and then that's pretty cool. Yeah, Keith's asking PS4. You're on PS4 too, so I'm going to punch my PSN name in the chat here as well. So if anyone wants to add me as a friend on PSN, go for it.
Yeah, mine, if you just look for me, is Red Leader 1.
I'll put that in. They're all just lower caps.
No, normal, like Red Leader 1 and the low bar and then 1. So Red Leader, low 1.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Oh, they're both in the chat. Yes, and so yeah.
I don't get too much time on there because, like I said before, my young lad, he takes over it playing his Fortnite and stuff. So try and kick him off it.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited to get into a little bit more. I did a mission last night where Wedge showed up, so it was cool to see Wedge.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's set in a really cool time period, like post Battle of Endor, but still, you know, trying to fight for control.
Yeah.
Have you read any of the books that sort of around that era, sort of the Aftermath trilogy and Alphabet Squadron?
Yeah, I've read, I think, the 2 of the Aftermath novels, and there's a few other novels I think that goes through the different years and that. But I haven't. I've got Alphabet Squadron here, but I haven't read that one yet. I know there's a second one, isn't there? Or a second or third, but it looks on the Empire side or something like that. Or
yeah, the second one came out, I want to say maybe 2 months ago, and that's a sequel. And then there's the TIE Fighter sort of tie-in comic book as well, which looks at some of the TIE pilots. But yeah, the first book was reasonably good for Alphabet Squadron, but it's cool. Some of the characters that have been in books are showing up in the game, like Admiral Ray Sloan from the Empire.
Yeah. I know Rafe Sloan from previous novels, like the I can't think of them now, but yeah, I introduced to Sloan through one of the books. I can't remember.
Yeah, was she in Lost Stars?
Yeah, Lost Stars. That's it.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that book because that looked at events that we were used to in the films, but we looked on the other side of them, like on the Empire side and Rebel side. So it was pretty good.
Yeah, that's still today one of my favorite books, like in the new canon of Star Wars books. It's a really good one.
I remember I remember when they got rid of the expanded universe, and I think the first book they released was it Heir to the Jedi or the Luke Skywalker or something.
Yeah,
Luke Skywalker one.
Heir of the Jedi, I think.
Yeah. I remember reading that out of the first new canon novels and that, and then I was pretty much trying to get every new novel released, but since probably the last 12 months, I haven't gotten any of the new books. I started running out of room for them, and I read pretty much most of them, and that. So I've been a bit slack with the rest.
It's hard. I read Alphabet Squadron, and I'm usually a pretty quick reader. Like I can probably read a decent sized book in 2 or 3 weeks, but that one took me 2.5 months, I reckon. It wasn't because it was a bad book or anything. It was just I don't know what it was. It just took me a long time to get through. And it wasn't an especially big book. It wasn't a difficult read. It was just I think it's typical of a lot of trilogy novels where the first book really is just sort of, here's a chapter on this character, here's a chapter on this character, and it's sort of by the halfway through the book, it finally pulls them together. So it feels like it's a little bit of a slow drag to get to that point.
Yeah, I know with some of the books, especially when I read, it's if you find a good book, you just can't put it down. You got to keep reading, and go off and do something, come back and continue reading. But there was a few there that took. Trying to look at them now. I've got them up on my shelf here. It took me a little bit to get through and that. So, but I just love reading and just trying to find out outside, the movie universe and dive into the background stories and stuff like that, which is quite good. So I remember when I used to work at Kmart when I was heaps young, especially the Rogue Squadron books. I used to sneak off to the novel section at Kmart and sit there and go through the books and the Rogue Squadrons and that, read them while I was at work at Kmart and stuff. So, some really good books. Is there any that are, like you said, like ones that you haven't put down? Or any come to mind that you just physically have not been able to put down? Like the first Battlefront book, Twilight Squadron.
I still haven't read that.
Tarkin. I'm just looking. I've got them all over here on my shelf. Tarkin was another one. Lords of the Sith. That was a good one.
Yeah, I haven't read that one either.
And the prequel to Rogue One novel. I can't remember what they called
Catalyst.
that one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that one. So I made sure I read that before I went and saw Rogue One. So it was that's why I reckon I went and saw Rogue One with you down in Adelaide. Caught up with you.
Yeah,
it was really good. You know, because I was watching the film and I was just picking up stuff from the novels and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Like, if you went to the movie and haven't read that prequel novel, you wouldn't know what the backstory was of. God, I'm having memory lapse was names and stuff, but the backstories to Urso was it Urso?
Yeah, Galen
Urso, and
Galen and Lyra.
Yeah, so
yeah, I haven't read the ones that you just spoke about. I haven't read Lords of the Sith, and I haven't read Twilight Company. I read the second Battlefront 2 book, The Inferno Squadron. That was pretty good. Lost Stars I couldn't put down. Dark Disciple I couldn't put down. Master and Apprentice, the Obi-Wan Qui-Gon book. That's a really good one.
Okay, yeah.
There have been quite a few books that have been really, really good.
Yeah, I'd take them to work when I'm on night shift, and when I've got a bit of quiet time, I would sit there in the office and read them. So that was a fair bit too. So I'll be sitting in there reading. It was good. So I probably should get back into reading a few. I've got a few there that I need to knock off and move on to in the future and that. So, but yeah. Very
Keith said in the comics there, in the comments, he said the new Vader series is really good. I'm not totally up to date with the comics. I do read the trade paperbacks, so I sort of just wait for those volumes to come out before I get them. I won't complain about being too far away from the city because you're a good 2.5 hours away, so I'm probably 45 minutes away from the city, so it's hard to get down there every week to get all the new issues. So I generally just wait and put an order on online and grab the trade paperback. So I'll be hanging for that new Vader series.
Yeah.
Thomas says, "Hey guys, hey Thomas, thanks for tuning in. We got 11 people watching. 11. We're in double figures. This is cool." But yeah, I don't know. Most recent book I did get. I'm just trying to think. Queen's Peril. I read that in about a week and a half. That was a really quick read.
I
did a short little review for YouTube before, about 2 weeks ago. Poe Dameron Freefall. I've heard that's a really good book.
Okay, yeah.
That's sort of like, his early days as a spice runner.
Nice
little tie into Rise of Skywalker.
Ross Skywalker, yeah.
Yeah.
So I read the prequel, the short story prequel books for The Force Awakens about Poe, Rey, and Finn, which were pretty good.
Yeah, they weren't bad.
Not
like Rey almost being able to leave the planet and then she ends up getting her ship stolen.
Yeah. definitely felt sorry for her there. So but
I do remember that one well.
So the Mandalorian season 2 was at the end of this month. So
30th. Just want to say quick hi to Mike from Canada. And
got Unusual Mike there.
Unusual Mike. He just said he just sent a DM to my Instagram, so I'm just going to check that right now. Send me a link. Yes. Do you mean to jump in, Mike? Because we'll definitely have you on if you're free. Because if you've commented, you're watching already. Clayton, good morning from Florida. FL, the big FL. So yeah, Mandalorian though, I'm so pumped for that. So excited. Awesome. Mike's going to join us in just a moment. I'm just going to send him a linkaroni. But what I'm going to do...
Mike, the Star Wars toy collector, has asked Malcolm, how is your collection doing? No, it's going good. Very good, but not as collecting as much as I was in the past, but I'm still picking a few things up. Pretty picky these days. So, and I also found that most of the stuff I get these days, I'm not taking out of the box or the packaging. I'm keeping it all nice and carded and stuff. So, I was lucky enough to pick this one up.
How nice is that trooper?
Yeah, awesome. Probably wouldn't mind getting another one to open it up. But just
do you have EB Games up there in Perry?
We got EB Games, yeah. But they don't have anything like no figures or nothing. So everything I've picked up here, I've ordered through Zing.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, so can't believe how quick Zing is. Like when I got the snow speeder, I pretty much it was overnight and rocked up. I was just like, when it came to the door, I'm like, here already. I only ordered it yesterday. Like, I couldn't believe it. That was a good surprise.
Mike's let's let him in.
Hello.
Mike, friend.
Look, my head looks huge. There we go.
That's right. Put the page up. There we go.
Screen. Don't want to see my lousy lounge room behind me. Thank you for having me.
Thanks.
There you go.
Hello, Malcolm. Nice to meet you. My first time on the Forces with Jesse. Oh, your channel. First time on.
How's life up in Queensland tonight?
No, northern New South Wales.
Sorry, you are too. Yes.
Yeah, just south of the border.
Yeah.
Down Mexico way. Can you see me okay? I've got my microphone. My microphone in my ears gets louder and then quiet. I don't know why. I hope I sound okay down your end.
Yeah, sounds fine. Sounds fine here. So
excellent.
Just looking at the chat here, we've got Darth Emmett. Good morning from Texas. Good morning. It's Hasbro Star Wars from Instagram is here as well.
Excellent.
Nathan's in the chat. Good evening, Nathan. How are you, mate?
Just shared a link out on Twitter, so my 700 followers know we're on the air.
Awesome.
We're back up to double figures again, so this is cool.
Awesome.
So yeah, we're just talking about some of the. I suppose we just start talking about these new gaming greats figures that have been hitting EB Games.
Yes. And, did you like my little reveal to the world?
That one took a lot of people by surprise. I don't know what people were thinking there.
Shocked.
Someone was saying down there they haven't found any in the United States yet or something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't come out in the US until the 9th of October or available for pre-order on the 9th of October. So why it came to Australia on the 1st of October beats me. It's just the slow boat from China got very fast and we got the stock first.
Yeah, they usually sending stock on a canoe over here in Australia, and it would take us a long time to get a canoe over the Pacific Ocean. But
that's surface mail, terrible.
I don't know what we're doing right to get these gaming greats, because I remember, was it the Stormtrooper Commander that came out earlier in the year, and then all of a sudden the Shadow Stormtrooper
at the same time it dropped the same way. This Darth Nihilus and this Scout Trooper at the same time, just bang bang.
Yeah, completely unannounced. So,
is there any reason why they're not having it online? You're able to pick it up online or something like that? The Scout Trooper?
I haven't seen it yet.
No, it's not even listed. Not even listed. You got to walk into a store and find it.
Damn.
Yeah, and my local store had it out the back. They hadn't even put it out on the shelf yet.
I bet they walked out and they were like, they didn't know what it was. They're like, what is this?
I went in to pick up the Darth Nihilus, and they'd called me to say it was in. And I thought, beautiful, I'll go in and have a look. And I'd seen your posts throughout the day, sharing the Scout Trip. I'm like, while I'm there picking up Darth Nihilus, I'll just ask the question. She's like, is it in a blue box? I'm like, pretty sure. She's like, I think we've got one out the back. And then I wouldn't scan into the computer. So
no, it comes up $0.00.
Yeah, sound like they needed to wait for the systems to reboot in the morning in order to get it live again. So they were able to throw that one out there And
But
I was going to
even
go
the
pick it
day
up.
we bought it, on their systems, there's no picture or nothing. It just had they turn the screen around. It just has the name of the item on there. No picture, no description, nothing. Just the name, which is FO Scout Trooper Jedi Fallen Order. That's it. And it's got the price $55 for used overseas. $55 we paid. Oh. Yeah.
I know that's taking a dent in the hip pocket, especially when they drop 2 at a time.
Yeah, you're in for 110. That's why I left Nihilus behind. I'm like, I'll put that on labor. I'll just get this one today.
I was meant to go down to a toy fair on Monday down here in Adelaide, and the cash I'd set aside to go to the toy fair was bought the Scout Trooper. So
it's gone.
Stay in bed all day on Tuesday now. So
sleeping.
I'm Monday, sorry.
I didn't even bring any figures to show. Just come on the live stream to hold up a figure and show you. Are you looking around for something?
I'm prepared.
Oh, there he is. Bloody good.
It's so cool. I did my review of it, and I didn't realize that the thing was telescoping.
Oh, I didn't even know because I don't take it out of the box.
Yeah. So this came like fully extended, and I was just messing around with it, and I just happened to bump it. And I'm going, it goes in.
Oh, there you go.
Nah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm digging it. I really like the Scout Trooper mold. I don't think there's a problem with it. Like a lot of people are sort of saying that it's time for an upgrade, and I don't really see why.
Classic. It's a classic. You look at that, it screams Star Wars. Even people that don't watch Star Wars see that and they go, "Oh, that's from Star Wars." And they know the iconic look of the Scout Trooper.
Yeah. Eddie 88 Lego.
Oh, Blue Harvest Vintage Toys.
Hello there,
Mark.
General Kenobi. That's the correct response to hello there. Red Quoll said, ordered 2 Scout Troopers today. Thanks, Mike.
Awesome.
Do you want to see something funny? I just put it in my Instagram stories about half an hour ago. Someone on eBay is selling one of these Scout Troopers for $2,000.
Yeah, seen
and
that.
they're literally the photos of them holding it in the car. Like they didn't wait to get home. They waited, they grabbed it out of the bag in the car park and threw it on eBay.
Oh my God.
Dude, you're not going to get $2,000 for it. Like,
that's insane.
Some
crazy person might
almost
want to
buy
pay
3 Razor Crests for that.
Wow. So Australia gets the gaming greats first, and the retro collection, we sort of get that first too. Any retro collection seems to come to us like May the 1st or May the 4th every year, when the rest of the world gets them like May 25. Yeah. Which is the Star Wars Day. Yeah. May 25, they get them in the US. Why we get them early? Don't know. That's the only thing we do get early, everybody internationally.
Yeah, it's weird. This whole distribution thing is just, it's hard. I can't make sense of it because, yes, like you said, some comes early, some comes a lot later. And I know I've got a bunch of pre-orders through Bulletproof Villain, and he's still waiting for stock to come in.
Unreal.
I don't get it.
So, Malcolm, you collect Black Series, don't you, as well as vintage?
Yeah, vintage. Yep. I've been collecting since 2008. So it's probably about 2 or 3 years I had a bit of a break. But yeah, don't collect as many as I used to, but I've got a pretty big collection that's just packed away at the moment because I can't display it. Don't have the space. So, but yeah,
but it's still there.
Yeah, it's still there waiting. Still there waiting. It's waiting for the shed to get done. Turn into a man shed. So
you got all your hundreds of clone troopers that you have. I just remember watching your old videos back in the day and seeing like your shelves of like all the 501st troopers and the shock troopers from like the Saga Legends. There's so many of them.
Yeah, so that's the thing. The channel I'm on now, Red Leader 1, isn't my original channel. That original channel I changed into a shark channel. So I did that probably over 12 months ago. And
that's your other hobby, sharks.
Yeah. And I thought I'll just start from scratch because I had probably about 8,000 subscribers to that Star Wars channel. And then I just went, I'm going to start again. So
that's kind of where I went with the Hot Wheels on this channel. It's like you got the fans for what you have, and then you change it up, and you got to start. It's almost a recycle of your fans.
Yeah, and it's funny because you go onto my Primal Waters channel, and it's all sharks, and then occasionally you'll find my old Star Wars videos sitting in there. So
very deep.
Still in the archives.
Yeah.
Deep underwater.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because I'll still get comments in some of my Star Wars videos on there and that. So, but yeah. But no,
Yeah.
no, I'm over here now, so come over. So, but yeah.
Yep, jump on. Hasbro Star Wars says, is there any retailers in Australia to pre-order the new upcoming Black Series wave with Luke, Han, and Leia? I think Bulletproof Villain might have them listed. I'm pretty sure he does. I'm pretty sure he's got the full wave and then the individual figures listed. I know Goodies Toys, he just announced that his pre-orders have sold out. So, yeah, I was slow to the punch there. But, yeah, there'll be... I'm sure Zing's got a couple of the figures at least up for pre-order at the moment. I think they've got the Phase 1 Scout and maybe the Armorer. Just remembering from my daily flick through.
The Zing Pop Culture seem to update on Sunday nights too. So I usually check it on Sunday nights, and they'll throw things up randomly. But if they want to do a full update, it's usually on a Sunday night, ready to go for Monday morning and tell everyone about pre-orders.
Yeah, you throw us some more money.
We like $45 an action figure.
What else we got here?
I found most, some of the stuff I missed out previous, I kind of find on Pop Culture. And they seem to, a few months later, seem to get those waves you miss.
Yeah.
So some of the stuff I remember missing earlier, I would pick up. I'll check on Pop Culture and suddenly they've got them there, and it's like, oh, yes.
Because they're showing a couple of on Pop Culture. I feel the carbonized figures. I think they're getting two.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did have.
Is it Mando and Cara? Yeah, 3 3/4 carbonized Mando and Cara. At least they're getting something instead of nothing.
Yeah, well, I saw they're getting. Have they got all the credit collection? I think they've got IG-11 at least. I can't remember. I look at Zing's website like 3 times a day.
I love you.
They know me by name in the local store.
This guy.
Just here for his figures again. I remember once I walked in there and she just goes, she saw me walk in, she's got, I'll go grab your bag.
No name, didn't have to say nothing. Let's see if I can put some green screen on here. Give me something to look at in the background.
I'm just going through the comments here.
How's that?
Blue Hub Toys arcade machine pre-order has been cancelled. It looks like you're in your room.
Yeah, it does, but I can see all the feathering around here. And I'm a little bit jinky. Put that on occasionally when I go on the Blue Harvest Vintage Toy channel.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I might take back off. I'm too jinky.
Yeah. I watched one of those streams once and I saw you on there and I didn't realize you weren't in your room. Like I thought you were legit there in front of your backdrop.
The internet cable doesn't go upstairs. Oh, I feel empty here. I wanted some toys.
Gary says, I want the Armorer and the Flame Trooper. Those 2 figures look so good.
They do. Even that vintage collection Flame Trooper looks good.
It does, yeah, but it's Walmart exclusive, so I don't know whether we'll see it or not.
Yes. Terrible. It is. I said in my video it comes out with the next wave of vintage, but Jackface has listed that exclusive is listed with all the carbonized 3.75s. So when that wave drops, this one is the exclusive that goes with it. And I thought that's very strange. Yeah, it's just he's bundled them all in together as if they all come at the same time.
Yeah, okay, that's a bit strange. Gary says I prefer interspecies erotica. Who doesn't? And then he said, "Well, that killed the mood."
You've been watching Star Trek too long.
Come back to the light, Gary. Come back to the light.
Yeah, with the new wave of Black Series, those are 3 Endor figures of Luke, Leia, and Han. Just perfect. I need them in my life. They're just
they look awesome.
I know other people want the others, but
is it Pat Blue that comes with him? I assume he's going to get a single release at some point.
yeah, I'm guessing sometime next year when Hasbro think we've forgotten about him. He's like, oh, we're giving you this one. I know it was a convention special 12 months ago, but look, it's brand new.
It wouldn't be Hasbro if they didn't do that.
Yeah. That's why
I know a lot of us, we bitch and moan about them all the time, but we keep shelling out our money to them.
Yeah.
We've been doing it for a long time.
I reckon I had a few videos I put out there about Hasbro, but yeah. Sometimes they just, especially collecting in Australia, like.
Eddie King has been up Midnight Squadrons today, and what does he think of it so far?
Yeah, not today, but yesterday I had probably a first 20 minutes of the game, but I'm looking probably tonight, having another go at it. But no, I think it's great, awesome. I would love to have a VR set for it, but that would be amazing.
Wouldn't it? Yeah, I just Sci-Fi popped into the chat.
Sci-Fi, thank you for the shout out. He made a video on me. What a champion.
Are you on Sci-Fi?
There's a lot of bad language, but I loved it.
Sci-Fi shooting straight from the hip. Much respect. Matthew has the 3-pack coming. Got shipping notification Friday. Awesome. I'd love to know where you picked that up from. So I think he's down from memory, I think he's down in Tassie. So I'm interested to see where he picked that up from.
I'm going to say Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah.
That is Echo, Jesse, and Fives.
Yeah.
3-pack he's talking about?
I'd assume so, yeah. Nathan just says, watch my Zeb Black series review today, and he's sold on it. Do it, dude. Get it. Get that Zeb figure. It is so damn dope. I love that figure so much.
You know, Jesse, I've never watched Rebels. So that's the figure to have. I have no connection to it. It looks great, but yeah, I've never watched Rebels. I've watched half of the first ever episode, and I was like, oh, I can't get into it. It wasn't the right time for me to watch it. Yeah. But I've watched a season and a half of Clone Wars. I've watched that.
Yeah, I'd recommend go and watch the Clone Wars before you go and watch Rebels, but
it'd make more sense.
Rebels has got some good stuff in it. There is some lackluster filler stuff, but most of it's pretty good. There is some pretty damn good stuff in it. I'll try to catch up with the comments here. I missed a few. No, I didn't. No, maybe. No, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, yeah. Star Trek, never. Well, Dr. Crusher was hot. Fives in Vintage Collection is out in the USA. Oh, Fives on his own. Yeah, it's a good figure.
Nice.
People don't like his card back. People said his card back looks too cartoony. He's from an animated show. It has to be.
Yeah. It's not. It doesn't look as bad as the Rex. It's like someone drew it with a crayon, or something a kid would stick on their fridge after they get home from school. Freight forwarder from Pulse. Damn, I wonder how much would that cost to get a freight forwarder?
Yeah, just get a mate. Just get a mate to post it to.
Yeah, make some American internet friends.
Yeah, can you forward this on to me, mate? Yeah.
I did just do that with the Captain Cardinal figure that came out for the Galaxy's Edge stuff. And I'd heard whispers that it was going to come out in Big W, but nothing had been confirmed. So I wasn't 100% sure whether that was going to happen. So I got a friend in America. He offered to pick one up for me. And after shipping and conversion, it cost me $80. And then 3 days later, I reckon, it was announced that they're coming out at Big W, and then they were going to have a sale, so they're going to be $39.
It started at $49. I jumped on Honda at $49. I was like, I'm going to take it back and get $39 for it. I got him full price.
That's the only one I was able to find. So
Mountain Trooper.
The Mountain Trooper's cool.
Yeah. I just love all the different design troopers that they're bringing out for us and that. So I'm a crazy trooper collector. So
very similar to a Scarif Trooper, isn't it? But it's white instead of yellow. Yellow. That's very Australian.
Yellow. That might be an Eastern state thing.
Yeah. Do you over there in South Australia? You don't say plants. You say plants.
Plants,
So,
yeah.
Plants.
Plants. Indoor plants. We say
I think
plants.
that's why when I go over to America, they think I'm British.
How do you say Newcastle? You say Newcastle. Nice.
Newcastle.
And Newcastle. That's probably more of a Queensland thing.
You get annoyed at people when you. I don't know. Do you get annoyed at people and call them an asshole? It's funny to think like we hear lots of different accents from America, but you don't really think that we do actually have different accents here in Australia as well.
Yeah, there's Eastern State one in South Australia. I don't know what the Western Australians sound like. So,
yeah.
I asked Matt before how much his forward shipping was, and he said not sure, but don't tell my wife. No, this is a strictly wife-free zone here. It's Martin from Tumut in New South Wales. I do remember you. This guy had this incredibly massive Star Wars collection years ago. I don't remember if he saw it, if he sold it. He was trying to sell it at one point, but him and his sons sent me a bunch of figures, and I've still got the photos of his collection in one of my folders. He actually sent me some actual photographs like of his collection, and I actually have them in one of my albums still. So yeah, absolutely, I do remember you, Martin. Thank you for tuning in. It's great to hear from you. Yeah, he was going to work on getting his, from memory, this would be a few years ago now, it'd be a lot of years ago now. Yeah, he bought a shipping container and he was working on converting that into a Star Wars collection room.
That'd be epic.
Yeah, and then I sort of dipped out of YouTube for probably 6 to 12 months. So, if I got the Scout Trooper, nice. Don't forget about the telescoping pole like I did, Sci-Fi. Like, check it out. I did my review and I didn't know it did that. And I'm still really excited by things that do that.
I linked your review in my last video because I put you up in the corner there. Remember on my video, my most recent video? I'll give you the shout out.
I did, yeah. The first time I watched it, I must have got distracted. My wife might have said something. So I was like, look, I was watching on my phone and I must have looked away for that second that you mentioned me and Sci-Fi's review.
Right up in the corner there.
Yeah. So and then I looked back and I was like, oh, cool. So I had to go back when you left the comment. I had to go back and watch it after again. And I was like, oh, I was stoked.
It's all right. I knew you had the first review in the world, and I thought I'll give it to you. Oh, mine was just showing the box.
I think Fly Guy beat me to it.
Oh, bloody Fly Guy! He's lovely.
He's an absolute gentleman.
Tell me this, Fly Guy, is he in Australia or the US?
He's on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, he's currently on the Gold Coast.
He lives about an hour and 10 minutes from me.
Oh.
Yeah, I've actually been in one of his videos when he went to the the Supernova on the Gold Coast, and he was walking around. He's walking around with his camera, and I'm like, "There's Fly Guy," and he walks towards me, and I'm like, "Hey," he said, "I'm on the."
No, that's like we met. Jess, we met up at Comic Con in Adelaide, wasn't it?
Yeah,
once.
Yeah,
first time.
I know you.
Yeah,
and actually, it's funny, like being on YouTube and stuff and being recognised. And that I remember going and seeing one of the new Star Wars movies, and I was just waiting outside in Adelaide, and some young lady comes up to me, "Are you Red Leader 1?" I'm like,
"Oh, that was that was Jake."
Yeah, I am. Not used to being recognised, but yeah. So,
how about that?
Yeah, no, I think Fly Guy's been all over the place. He was in Melbourne a few years ago, and then he went over to the States for a little while. And yeah, I think he's on the Gold Coast now. So he's
another one.
Well, he's a well-travelled YouTuber, that guy.
Another YouTuber who's making a comeback is Jedi Master. I don't know if you've seen.
I've seen him pop a few videos up recently. Yeah,
Jedi Master.
We're looking back probably 15 years. 15 years.
The original Star Wars reviewer. I got started because watching these videos. He had a pretty massive collection.
It's Jedi Master, but with a 4 instead of the A.
He's in Sydney, so.
Oh, he's in Sydney. Okay, I never realised that.
Yeah.
Claytron says South Aussies. That's us.
Crow supporters.
Yep. Yeah, I would say we'd talk about the football, but there's nothing interesting going on for South Australians in the AFL at the moment, unless you're a power supporter.
I've never watched the whole game of AFL. Wouldn't know it. Yeah.
If you do, go back and watch something from like 10 years ago when it was good.
Yeah, I grew up on rugby league. Wally Lewis was king, and he still is.
So I was getting picked on at work by a Port Adelaide supporter because I'm a big fan of Tony Modra. Adelaide Crows, great. And I was getting teased, but
it's all right.
can't get me down. Martin says, thanks to you, Mike. He went to Canberra today, drove 600 kilometers to get a scout trooper. That is dedication.
Did he get it?
I'd say so, yeah.
I hope so.
That's a long drive for it. That's a long drive for an action figure.
Yeah.
Although that said, I've done some toy runs in my time where I've spent a good day driving around Adelaide and come home empty-handed. So
yeah. In my original collecting days, at my previous job, I did a lot of traveling around SA for work. So I had heaps of opportunities, different towns and different stores and stuff. So that's where I was picking up most of Army building me clone troopers and stuff like that. So
walking in, got any clones? I'll take them all.
Yeah, I remember a trip over to Wales and there was all these 501st, and I'm like,
load me up.
Claytron's asking what our favourite Black Series figures are from this year. He also says he's a Port supporter, so I don't know whether we should answer him.
Oh, block.
No, you're all right. Enjoy your glory. Enjoy your glory. I'm just still shattered from 2017, but that's okay. I'm going to say Cad Bane. Cad Bane's my number one. Probably very closely followed by. Yep. Probably Plo Koon. He's up there. No, I want to go Cad Bane / Zeb. They're my. They're probably my favourite two for the year so far.
I'm going to have to say the Purge Trooper. I just love.
Ooh, it's a nice figure.
The look of this.
Yeah, it is.
The colour, and I just love the new box.
It pops, doesn't
Beautiful.
it? Pops hard. I want to say the Beskar Mandalorian. The Beskar armor Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I think because it come in that new box as well, it just like compared to the number 94 in the red and black box, I saw that one as just like, wow. But also I got T-Bar, I picked him up as well. And I like that design of that Ewok.
It's just nice fresh look when you get new packaging, isn't it? Like you just feel invigorated looking at the figure and different packaging. So
just like Malcolm with the Gaming Grace one, it's just beautiful to look at, just beautiful.
I've just noticed probably in the last month or so, I don't open them up anymore. I just keep them carded in the box, so they look good like that.
Does Jesse keep his boxes, or do you turf the cardboard away?
I do it in like 3-month increments. Like I just pile boxes up on the floor, and then the neighbors see me walking out with my arms full, like it's carrying rubbish out into the recycling bin. No, I don't keep my boxes. I'll keep them around. I used to keep them around for the review, but I just sort of shoot a quick video holding the sealed box still, and then I go and open it and then do the review, and then I just turf the box. So there are, unless I keep a carded figure, like keep a figure in box, which I do occasionally.
Like your celebration, Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Don't take that one out.
No. No, I've still got the 20th anniversary Obi-Wan and Maul from Celebration last year.
That's right.
And they're nice. I did get another Plo Koon. I got the Harning Carbonite from this year, the 6-inch one. Oh, and a few carded figures around the place. So I've got a few in storage as well. Malcolm Red Qual wants to know, how many clones do you think you have?
Oh, don't know. Lots. There's quite a few. I've got just the plain phase 2 white armor, and then the 501st shock troopers, and then I've got a whole heap of phase 1 clones. So there'd be quite a few there. So
did you get a lot of the Clone Wars figures as well?
Oh yeah, yep. It's just funny because I was going to get rid of those a few years back, but I got the original, the first release of the clone troopers from Clone Wars. The dirty weathered ones. So I got a ton of those. So, and then they started bringing them out all clean and shiny and that. So when they stopped weathering their figures,
it's nuts how much Clone Wars figures are going for now. Like the season 7 that just came out early this year has just completely reinvigorated the Clone Wars as a separate entity and franchise. That some of those figures from like 2008 through 2012 and 13 are just going for absolute insane prices.
I remember when they were first released and stuff, and I just went, no, I'm not going to collect that. No. And then it was just like everywhere. Same as the Black Series. I wasn't going to collect the Black Series 6-inch figures, and then I had to. Everyone else was. So
I just want to I've just had a proud little moment. I learned how to put the comments on the screen. So
press the button.
Click here.
When I did my live show, I didn't know how to get rid of them, so I just clicked the next comment to swap it out.
Gary says his favorite this year is the Mandalorian Stormtrooper. I love that Stormtrooper figure.
It's in the avatar of him. Yep, that tells me he loves these Stormtroopers.
Nick says, be careful with the tubes on Cad Bane's arms as they split if the elbows are left bent for too long. Yeah, that happened with my Jango Fett recently as well. My new Jango Fett, he's got the flamethrower cables on his elbows as well. And if you bend the elbows and you don't get the other joint that's sort of up around there to bend and move at the right place, those two cords snap. So I'm left with a little bit of a busted Jango Fett, but it's not so bad. I'm going to find a way to little mod it up so they're like glued on properly. I'm glad you boxed collectors don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Don't worry about that articulation, no. So, I don't take them out of their boxes. Hey, look around.
Played with. Do a clone video, Malcolm.
Clone one.
Not right now.
But yeah,
I imagine that's quite a task having to go and get them all out of storage.
Yeah, they're all in the cupboard in the main bedroom, so in the plastic tubs, which my wife is thrilled about. So
some of my collections.
We got a walk-in wardrobe, and one side of the wall is all my carded figures, all taken up one side. So
don't worry about the clothes.
This is more important. No, it's funny actually. Like there's heaps. She's got her side, and then my side's just. I've just got my clothes here. That's all I need for clothes. For the rest of it's all.
I'm just digging back through your Primal Waters thing to see if there's any videos of your clone collection, and I'm going back pretty deep, and I think I'm gonna have to go back a lot further. Yeah,
there's somewhere there. Back probably 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna try and quickly find a video and drop a link. But man, you've had some videos over the years. By golly. Some serious content here. If anyone wants to go check out, so just do a YouTube search for Primal Waters, and if you like sharks, stop by and watch some shark videos. But if if you want to hunt for some Star Wars, just scroll.
Feels different being on the live stream at this hour of the night. You know how I usually do those ones that are at 4 a.m.
Is that so your time zone links up with other guys from around the world?
Yeah, I've done one that started at 11 o'clock at night and finished at 1 a.m. And then usually I get on Blue Harvest Vintage Toys, the Pally Boys, every now and again. I've got to get on one very, very soon, usually at 5 a.m. start for us. It'll be 4:30 a.m. start for you guys in Adelaide.
Yeah.
Nice and early.
Yeah, it's a bit early. Comments here. Claytron has been playing Squadrons all day. Must say it has its moments.
I feel left out because everyone's playing that Squadrons, and I don't play video games because I'm a terrible gamer. I just couldn't.
I'm sure like someone's put like enough YouTube content up there now to just you can just go and watch the whole game played out.
I think so.
Like it's been out for 24 hours now. Surely someone's sorted that out by now. Sci-Fi says need the Bad Batch 6-inch or 3.75-inch. Don't care.
Why not both? Of a Bad Batch. Are they Black Series? I think they're Black Series. Yeah, Black Series. I
assume so. Yeah.
I think that's if I can remember from Yakface's page. There's 4 of them. He's got 4 out of a Bad Batch is 5. Is it right?
There's 5 now. Yeah.
But the original they got 4 rumored figures.
Yeah, so they probably kick off with what is it? It's Hunter, Wrecker, Crosshair, Tech, and then Fives joins the Bad Batch as well.
Gotcha.
What's your favorite new alien design? That's a good one. That's a really good question. There's been a lot of I found in the sequel trilogy. I don't think they're uninspired, but I kind of wish they just spotted a few of the, the OT sort of aliens throughout the sequel trilogy as well. It just feels a little bit more unified because we had
it feels like a squid head or a Rhodian or something like
exactly.
that. But you get some random ones that are just odd, just trying to make something different, but it just goes too far out of it to sort of be memorable.
Yeah,
I like the new Trandoshan in the Mandalorian. I think he looks cool.
Yeah, they're cool.
He's
I like I like the blue guy from the first episode of Mandalorian. The Mithril.
That's right. He's sitting in where they've got the little, what do you call that thing? The
puck.
Yeah, the puck.
And then he went to use the toilet and.
Is he not the same species as that the senator from episode 1 or 2 T Flat, what's his name again? I'm terrible with names. Fawn Orn T Fawn Orn, what is his name? Big guy, blue guy, senator.
Orn Fritar.
There you go.
Yeah, I think he's no, he's not. He can't be Twi'lek. No, I'm not sure. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember. Saw a stormtrooper at EB Colonnades, but passed on it. Oh, that's down here in the southern suburbs of Adelaide. That's my old stomping ground.
Colonnades.
That's where I grew up down there at Colonnades, hanging out at Colonnades Shopping Centre in Noarlunga. So it's a little bit ghetto, but it's okay. It'd probably be the equivalent of like your Penriths or your Parramatters. Harry says, Mike, I blame you for collecting Black Series. I only collected replica props until I came across your channel.
Thank you, Gary. Happy to help.
At least it hasn't. Well, I hope it hasn't led to a divorce or anything yet. So and he's like, "Yeah, Mike got me back into collecting." Rogue Kwan is in the chat.
Hey, he's a Queenslander.
He's terrible at video games as well. He gave up at Jedi Fallen Order. Martin again, he says it'd be good to catch up with you guys again and share my new collections with you. Jesse, my son Nico, wonders if you still have the droids he sent you. Of course I do. I've had a lot of gifts over the years from a lot of people, and they are items in my collection that stand out above and beyond all, because I can look at my Clone Trooper Jesse and Speeder Bike Clone Wars set and know that's from a buddy Mark in New Jersey. He used to be Arc Trooper Mark on YouTube. I don't know if you remember him, Malcolm, from back in the day. Yeah. He sent that to me back in, I want to say, like 2011.
It's still endearing to you. You still remember it, and it's like it's beloved in your collection. That's how I feel when I get fan mail.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's amazing. Yeah. I've got 3 Sideshow figures. I have the Legacy Rancor. I have a Naboo Starfighter. They all came from a friend in Singapore who I do keep in touch with and have kept in touch with for a lot of years. I've been on YouTube now since 2011, I think. Woo. At least I started making my first video in 2011. So,
is it still there? Can I go back and have a look one day?
Yeah, it's still there if you want to do some scrolling.
No, I've left my first one there. Mine was I think December 2015. I just had a box of Force Awakens stuff, and I was just like showing it off before the film came out. And I said something stupid. I had a Kylo Ren, and I said, "I wonder if Luke Skywalker's under the mask." No.
Oh yeah, that was a very valid speculation for the time.
That's terrible.
That was a very you probably see that on Star Wars Theory on his YouTube channel back then, if he was still doing it back then. Like, that was a big one that was going around, that it was actually Luke in the mask.
Because we saw nothing of Luke. We knew Mark Hamill was in the film. We just didn't know where he was.
Yeah.
Turns out to be Adam Driver.
Wonder if that Mithro is going to be on the Razor Crest. And yeah, Orn-Free Tart is a Twi'lek, just a member of his species, just a large member of his species. And he's a solid boy.
He's a well-fed Twi'lek.
If the Mithro, if they're going to, Hasbro basically said if the Razor Crest gets back, they're going to push out a bunch of vintage collection figures for that release. So that we're going to have a nice collection of sort of Mandalorian centric figures to
anyone who interacted with the crest. That's what was the words he said. Anyone who
exactly. Yeah.
interacted with it. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, there's like 20 Jawas. Don't tell me Hasbro won't milk that one.
Yes. These 5-pack collection, the Celebrate the Saga, they may do all Jawas, just all different colors.
Jawa box.
The Jawa box.
All right, here we go. Tristan, this is a mate at work. His picture is a dog in a hat.
Hey.
Bit of an after dark kind of question, but who is the hottest figurine, male or female? I can answer that one if you bear with me for just a second.
He's going to get it. He's going to rip it off the shelf. Have a look how good this is. After dark questions. Around 9:58 at night.
So here is Yana Delgargan from Jabba's Palace. She has 6.
That's what I thought then. She's got 6.
Isn't she gorgeous? Or there's this one here, which
ooh la la. I always thought the best looking female in Star Wars was Kira, but there's not a decent Kira figure. There kind of is in that 4-pack from Solo.
Yeah. That should have been the version that they made in the 6-inch line.
Yeah, not the Saved by the Bell version, I call it. Yeah.
I just looked at it then and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll see that now.
She looks like she's not Saved by the Bell. Yeah, it's just that mini skirt and that bob haircut, and it was just like cringy looking 80s. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still Amelia Clark though, and she's still quite pleasant to look at. She's a very beautiful young lady.
Oh yeah, Slave Leia in the chat there from Blue Harvest Vintage Toys. Slave Leia.
Figure. It is.
We need an updated one, of course. I've got a couple of cringy ones.
Someone put out a update of that one recently. Someone did a custom of the Slave Leia Black Series, and it looked absolutely incredible. I just can't think of who it was.
Get keyboard ready.
I reckon it was. I know Matt at Star Wars Black Series. He would have posted it. So
it's a 6-inch figure. Not
he updated that. He posted about it. Someone did this absolutely incredible update on that figure. It was Tim's Toys on Instagram. Tim's_toys with a Z.
I think I follow him. Ooh, that is lovely.
Let's see if I can.
So he's modified the original version. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Just painted up the face a bit nicer so she doesn't look dead in the eyes, sort of thing.
Yeah. What did he say here? I did read about it. Upgraded the Black Series into a figure art style for better posing and updated to the new head sculpt. Ball hips, floating crotch, and new rocking waist joint to fix the hunchback she was stuck in.
Hunchback.
I'm just like, some people are so freaking talented.
I know.
Will we ever see another Slave Leia?
Yeah, they had me when they said they renamed it to Hut Slayer Leia. I know that's a mouthful to say, and it sounds terrible. But when they changed the name, Hasbro changed the name to Hut Slayer. I'm like, there's hope that she's going to come back. If they're changing a name, then that's a possibility it's going to happen. But if there's too many people who in Hasbro think it's a bit not PC enough, they'll just no, move on to the next one. Give us another Stormtrooper.
Carrie Fisher herself defended that and basically said, look, it is a little bit risque, and having her in a slave outfit and being like, the product of submission and all that with Jabba the Hutt. And she's like, no, it was actually about like being able to break those chains and get free of him. Like, it's meant to define strength in her as opposed to a weakness. So that was even going on while Carrie was still around, and she said that. Big Abdul 2K14. Greetings, my friend.
He's watching all the way from, is that Oman? Where he lives? He lives in Oman?
I'm blanking.
I'm pretty sure it is Oman, in the Middle East.
You could be right. I feel like I knew, but I'm completely blanking right now. Please remind us. So Gary says, I think Jyn Erso is the hottest lady in Star Wars. Hottest figure is the Black Series Gamorrean Guard.
That's a good figure.
He's got some thighs.
I know about hot, but it's a bloody awesome figure.
No,
I like
tips
that.
Don't lie.
Even when he scaled down to the 3.75 inch, that's a good figure still. That's the one I've got in my Jabba Palace. The modern one.
Yeah. Sci-Fi says, I prefer Cara Dune. I think we all prefer Cara Dune. Lives in Qatar. There we go. Thanks, Sci-Fi. Yep.
What did I say? Oman. Oh, I was miles away. I've heard Americans refer to that as Qatar instead of Qatar. They say Qatar.
Yeah, right.
I've heard that before when I was watching the Olympics. This opponent's from Qatar. I'm like, what? Yeah, Qatar.
They also call us Aussies.
Aussies.
Aussies. Only when they are large green pigs that work for Jabba. We're getting a little bit
after dark again.
A bit after dark. I'm blaming Tristan for that one. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, I was just trying to rack my brain as to always talking figures and stuff, trying to think of what's coming up next, really.
For us in vintage, it should be the repack wave with Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin, Darth Maul, and Hang on, I'll get this one. There's one more in that set. Oh, it's hard when I haven't got my notes with me. Yeah, that repack wave that's in shelves in the US and the UK, we haven't got anywhere for us to get it yet. I think there's some pre-orders on the sites like Bulletproof Villain, but nothing in hand for us yet. Yeah, it's like the UK seems to get the vintage collection first. They got more vintage collection, I guess. YouTubers over here are mostly Black Series, so they give us the Black Series stuff first.
Yeah, I saw Sith Lord found some in a store, some of the new vintage stuff, so he was pretty damn excited for that.
Good old Sith Lord. I follow him. I should follow him on Instagram. I follow him on Twitter. He's not as active on Twitter, but I see occasionally he posts.
Yeah, I haven't been on Twitter for a long time, and it's I don't miss it at all.
It's a good thing I talk to you. I'd send you a direct message through Instagram then. Be a long wait to get to the Twitter. Yeah, I jumped into. I should put more pictures on my Instagram, but yeah, because I get new items all the time. I'm like, I've got to upload it, and I forget about it, and then it's months later, and I'm like, should I bother? Do I have to? You're good with the Instagram. You are, Jesse. You are red hot with it. There's always something from you.
I try to keep it. Yeah,
I'll miss things because I follow over 1,000 accounts just so I can keep up with the news and stuff.
It's so easy to miss stuff with the stupid algorithms that Instagram have these days. Like, sometimes you see a post and it's like, wow, I haven't seen anything from them for a while. It's silly. And you liked something from someone, and that person might have posted 20 things that day. You'll see every single one of them in the. Yeah, I know. I find when you follow a new account too, you tend to just see all their stuff straight away. But yeah, I don't know. It's cool to keep up with like the YouTube crew on Instagram as well. When we're not putting out videos as often as we are putting out photos or pictures or stuff on Instagram. So I'm trying to keep my content up a little bit more on YouTube these days. But
yeah, because you disappeared, I was subscribed to you, and I'm like, it doesn't make it videos anymore. And in the raw feed, you weren't turning up, but now you are. You got filtered out of my raw feed, and no one should be filtered out of a raw feed. If I subscribe to you, I want to see you in the raw feed. When my subscriptions, you should be listed in there if you got a video. Yeah.
What are your opinions on the new Gaming Great Scout Troopers unannounced release? Do you think that was a negative or positive action? Negative for my wallet, positive for my toy shelf. That's the best way I can put that. I don't know. It's. I don't know. Like, I would have expected them to sort of say, "Oh, here's another Gaming Greats. This is the last one coming out." Like when they did their live stream the other week, or last weekend.
It used to happen a lot in the older, when I first started doing the news videos. You'd see like some kid walks into a Toys R Us in Hong Kong, takes a photo of something on the shelf that no one ever knows, no one ever sees, and that's the first time we get an image to share with the world and go, look, this is coming. Hasbro's made this. That doesn't happen as much anymore. So for it to happen to me recently was like it was a shock. I was like, this wasn't even rumored, not even a name of anything. Yeah. Just come out of the blue.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Malcolm? Do you think that's
the Scout Trooper?
Just dropping figures out of the blue like that? Do you think that's?
I wish they would drop them in local stores. No, we're at least have like hours away, and I can't get there.
Or even like a subscription service for the figures, so you could, they post it to you when it's out, and you pay. They just deduct it from your credit card. Yeah. Be like, by the way, there's a new figure coming in the mail. We've charged your card. That's probably pretty dangerous, but still.
Yeah, it would be. Just having all these figures rock up out of the blue and having to explain it to the wife. But yeah, living out in the country, it's a bit disadvantaged with the collecting side of it. But we've got the good old Kmart and Puri, so
yeah.
But
Kmart's have been crap for a good 5 years now.
They've still got the 6-inch Black Series, the first lot released this year, I reckon. What was it? Biggs? No, not Biggs, bloody...
Wedge, yeah.
Wedge. They're still sitting on the pegs.
Yeah, silly.
You just used to love walk. I miss the Star Wars hunt in the days. Walk in and you find a whole new wave of vintage collection on the pegs and go, yep, getting home and doing a review straight up. So
I remember just going into a random Woolworths one day and finding, like, this is back in like 2011, I reckon, or 12, probably 2011. And I just walked into a random Woolworths and there was a figure hanging there from 2007. And it was the Obi-Wan from the Clone Wars Tartakovsky series. We had the full clone armor and he had the long, like, jousting stick. And that must have been sitting in that supermarket for 4 years.
That's peg warming for you.
Yeah, that was a good figure though. Like, people have paid stupid money for that now.
Woolworths was good for Clone Wars as well. Like finding,
it was.
But I miss the vehicles, like, you know me with the vehicle collection and stuff. So you had a whole range of different vehicles you could pick from. You go into Kmart, there'd be at least 3 or 4, maybe 5 you could pick up. But now it's just the amount of vehicles they release now is pretty limited to choose from. So I just miss those days.
Yeah.
Have we answered this question here?
No. Dog in the hat again. Tristan. All right, serious question. This might be an obvious question to a collector, but for a lay person, I'd be interested to know what the ultimate figurine would be. No limits.
Ooh, ultimate figure.
Ooh. I don't know. It'd be a life-size Darth Vader.
Life-size Darth Vader. That's
yeah. I don't know. I know you can get one if you want to drop like 12 grand, I think. But yeah, I don't know. That's.
I don't know. I do want Anakin Skywalker from the last 17 on a Power of the Force card, sealed, minty fresh with the coin and the whole box. That's $15,000 right there. That's ridiculous. Sort of like my no limits sort of thing would be.
I do have a carded version of that Anakin on a tri-logo card, but the bubble's a little bit banged up. But I do have it in a acrylic case.
Lovely.
But it's a pretty nice piece. I don't even know where it is.
Very valuable one you can't find.
Oh yeah, it's up in my vintage shelf. I remember now.
How long do you reckon Hasbro will continue on with the vintage collection, the carbacks and stuff like that?
Ooh.
Until they've re-released every single one from 2010 through 2013.
And when they know the demand's not there and they'll go, no one's buying it, they'll stop. But if they're going to,
if they change it up, like what was it, the Saga collection style back in what was it, 2008 or something like 2010? The Legacy collection, you know, the ones, I haven't got nothing here to show you, but
like the blue back ones, the ones with the blue card back. That's the Saga, isn't it?
They were the they weren't.
The Legacy was white and red.
White and blue, then white and red, and there was no worries. And then there were like the blue ones that had the Captain Rex up the top, and they sort of, the fans called them like Shadow of the Dark Side, even though they were technically like a Saga Legends, Saga line sort of thing. But
don't think I have any of those. Oh.
Yeah, they were sort of pretty heavy. They were pretty heavy adjacent with the vintage collection of like 2010, 11. They sort of, looks like he's got a couple here.
Talking about these ones, like
yeah,
lovely.
2000, is that 2004 or 6?
2006, sorry. Yeah,
2006. Yeah.
I love.
Yes, I have Anakin in that one. I have an Anakin Skywalker like that with the long hair. What's
Twitter?
A cesspit of humanity.
I ended up finding a few places where I'm trying to catch up with these again. Like, you know, this is, I love these carbacks. I probably would say this is my favorite.
The racing stripe that's straight across, with the rounded bubble too.
It's nice too. That is a nice card.
That way you can see the whole figure. You're not boxed in and trying to look at the figure like this. It was like you could see all around.
And then
Big
these
Apple
ones
says,
here.
you have any idea if the Razor Crest has light and sound? I don't think it does at this stage, but I think they just went over 9,000 backers yesterday or today. So we'll find out what the next thing is when we get to 10,000.
They'll probably say the next limit will be 15,000. They'll stretch it right out. It's a super stretch goal.
Yeah.
Actually,
we've got the escape pod at 6,000. No, it was backed at 6,000. Escape pod at 8,000. 10,000 stretch goal is the child. That's right. They did it.
Navarro. Everyone thought that's his name, not the planet he's from. That's his name. He's called Navarro. It's a Navarro.
Dave Navarro, formerly of Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, the child actually has a name in a toy inventory as Nipper. I don't know if that's what the Mando's going to call him in season 2. Yeah, he's got the name Nipper in the toy inventories, unless it's a code name or something. Yeah. Oh, young Nipper.
There was another one up here I'd missed. No, I didn't. Hey, Jesse, has Harris, the Star Wars Vault Unleashed, approached you as a collector yet? I know USUALMIKE was on recently. No, he hasn't.
I was on there. We're using StreamYard, which is just like a very good quality to live stream and stuff. When you're on Harris's the Vault Unleashed, he uses Zoom, and I have to use this, and I hate using that with Zoom is not good with my phone. So the whole thing was very crackly, and the quality was very bad from my end. His was fine, but me sending the images and talking to him, it was terrible.
Damn.
It ruined the experience when I watched me back. I was like, I wish I was, I'd sounded better, I looked better, I wish I filmed better. Yeah, it's all done on my phone instead of using cameras.
Yeah, it's frustrating when it happens. I don't like watching back my own stuff anyway, but
the podcast I did with you last time, Jesse.
Yeah,
I must have. I don't know if my mic was up loud my end, but every time you can hear me sniffing, going like really loud on there.
I didn't even notice.
And I was rewatching them, going, "Oh no."
I don't know. I'm a bit of a fidgeter, so I know, like in the past when I've done podcast episodes of Star Wars Go Figure, I can hear myself just like tapping away at something, or I'm playing with an action figure behind the microphone because I don't have a camera on me. I'm just playing with an action figure, and you go to listen back through it so I can edit it. And you can hear like the plastic bending in the microphone, and it's that's really poor form.
Well, I hope you get on his show. It's a good experience, but the collectors he has on there, that they put me to shame. Like mine's a modern collection, and the guys he had on there, like with their Kenner collection, that's like, graded mint on card. It's just blows me away for some of the stuff he's had on there for the guests. Amazing.
Hey Jesse, what are some local stores you pick up Black Series figures from? Usually just any local like box stores, like a Zing Pop Culture. Are probably the best bet now. I know Big W's got some now. Kmart very rarely has them.
Kmart's still got the Triple Force Friday figures sitting on the shelf of mine.
Yeah. I know Target has recently just got the most recent wave of Black Series in, so they're ready and available. Just check your local Targets because they're available there. Mostly online. Bulletproof Villain, Goodies, Toys. Just got my Zeb from inboxtoys.com.au, which is the first time I've used them. They were fantastic. They got that out really quick, and it was really well packed. So we're pretty well spoiled for choice here in Australia, at least with our online retailers. There seem to be plenty, and they're all getting plenty of stock for us. So it's working well. I think we are. What we're lacking in like store retail, like being able to walk into a store, what we're lacking there, we're certainly getting made up for it with online retailers. So there's plenty to check out.
And if we're buying internationally, the only downside is the shipping from the US. It's just don't buy too many figures.
I came across a seller on Instagram who was making custom lightsabers. So they did like custom lightsabers and accessories for Black Series, and they'd done Leia's lightsaber from The Rise of Skywalker. I thought that'd be cool to have to give to Rey. So she's got Luke's and Leia's lightsaber. It was $20. I thought, that's not bad. Went through the whole PayPal thing, calculate shipping, $26 shipping.
For a
So it was $20 for the lightsaber. I was happy to pay that. It's a little bit of 3D printing, a little bit of work. Yeah. $26 to post it. And then it was going to be converted to US dollars. So it was going to be like $60.
Wow. Something half the size of a pencil.
Back.
Wow.
So, Jesse, I ended up getting that stand for the B-Wing. The guy who makes them in Adelaide.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, is that because he does a lot of Lego stuff and then some vintage Hasbro, vintage Kenner. Yeah, does these like clear acrylic stands for your vehicles, so you can get some really cool like dynamic displays out of them. I recently put Sith Lord 229 onto some too because he wanted some for his Lego ships, and he got them. It took a long time to get there, and I think the shipping slugged him a little bit, but he was blown away by them. So, I'll write this in the comments too because it's a eBay seller called Zach Paris. Go and check him out because he does like shelf talker displays as well. So if you've got your vintage shelves of your vintage figures, you can get like the old shelf talkers from like the old retail stores like that, and they're all sort of printed on acrylic stands. You can put them up on the front of your shelf. They look sweet. Definitely recommend them. Rockaway Records in Brisbane sometimes has figures from the Saga collection. Don't know if they have any side.
Malcolm was showing us.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, he's getting some more out. I can hear. Hey. Oh,
yeah, there it is.
Some goodies coming. He doesn't even know where. He's excited about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. So there's a stand there.
It's the engineering that goes into these things is just expert level, and they're laser cut. Some of them you can get plain blank ones. You can get them with you can see Malcolm's there has the Rebel insignia in it. You can get some
the nice touches putting the logo on it like that.
Yeah,
he goes in there. Oh, look at that!
And display it on your shelf. It looks stunning, and it's just perfectly balanced. They don't tip. I've got a few Lego sets with them. They're remarkable. They really are. So if you're looking for some dynamic displays for your vehicles and your collectibles, this is awesome.
Gonna have to get a few more. But really good.
Not a friend.
Corey says it's time for a resurgence of Shadows of the Empire figures with current technology. Love that figure series back in the day. That'd be cool because they did just release the soundtrack as like an anniversary specials. 24 years of Shadows of the Empire or something. Do a 25-year anniversary and put a Dash Rendar on a vintage card. Do money in the bank. We got here. Crazy 8360. Hi everyone. A wise man once told me you can't have too many stormtroopers. It's true.
Army building.
Too expensive to army build these days.
$45 an action figure. $200, please.
Oh, this is coming from the guy that spent. I bought 20 Sith Troopers, 6-inch Sith Troopers.
Wow.
I've got about.
And they were in the movie for about 3 seconds.
I've got about 8 Death Troopers, 6-inch.
Oh wow.
Got a ton of bloody first order snow troopers. They were like selling like peg warmers at bloody
$8, $10 at the reject shop.
Yeah. Pile them in.
I have about 14 first order stormtroopers. 16. I think I've got a dozen snow troopers. I've done a little bit of army building with 6-inch stuff, but I haven't paid like stupid prices like the Sith troopers. Most of them came from Bulletproof, and that was because he dropped them down to $20 each.
Yeah.
So I was getting them for half price. So looking back, I don't need 20 of them, but I've got 20 of them. Good morning from Tennessee, USA. Morning, dude.
Night of Ren. I see you in my comment section of my videos. Excellent.
Yeah, he's been a long-time follower and supporter.
Cad Bane.
We've got the International Cad Bane figure of the year for me, 100%. Awesome. Yeah, how cool is the Toto? I just want to show something real quick if I could reach it. So I got this like clear little acrylic stand, and I matched a drill bit up to that size, and I drilled a hole under Toto's head, so that pegs in there, and he now displays like standing up, like hovering around. That was cool. I enjoyed that. Hugh, how great are the latest Hot Toys announcement for Clone Wars? The Darth Maul that dropped yesterday. I could go so deep on Hot Toys, but I've got the Ahsoka on pre-order. I'd like to do the Anakin, and I'm going to get the Maul to go with Ahsoka, and then I think I'm just going to... Yeah.
Is that the Ahsoka with the bird? Ahsoka holding the bird? Is that one?
Oh, that's the other statue that was meant to come out last week, but Zig pushed it back to like late November.
Sci-fi.
Oh, he's got to go. Got to get out of the beer cellar. Take it easy, Sci-Fi. Have a good night, mate. Thanks for dropping in. Pod Racer is on Nintendo Switch. Did you manage to get the 501st Troopers pack? Very hard push to get the exclusive armorer. No, I didn't.
That 501st Troopers pack was much easier in the UK. They got it through Star Action Figures, which they don't ship to Australia too. That's how Boss Bounty got his really, really early.
I saw he just got the armorer as well, the exclusive armorer.
It's unreal. Why are the UK getting them so quick?
Yeah. I want the 501st Troopers back. Like, I just want it because Jesse's in it. Like, Clone Trooper Jesse is my favorite clone.
And your namesake, of course.
So if anyone wants to hook a brother up, hit me up. Yeah. All sold out quick. I know I did hear the Cad Bane sold out real quick because I saw a few posts from people that said they'd got an email to say the Cad Bane was live, but it had already sold out before they got the email.
It went live at like noon, and it's gone by like 12:05. So.
Yeah, I was trying to think something happened recently where Hasbro Pulse, they used like a capture thing on their site, and it allowed a lot more people to get online. That stopped the bots and stuff from getting in.
That's right. You had to click the boxes.
And then they didn't do it with the Cad Bane, so a lot of people missed out, and they were on eBay very shortly after. So it's been nearly going an hour and a half, so I might think about tying it down and winding down and wrapping up for the night. If anyone has a few asked questions, if you guys have got anything else you want to have a bit of a chat about before we...
I would like to see some medium-sized 6-inch vehicles from the Clone Wars and stuff, you know, like a ARC speeder bike or an AT-RT.
Yeah,
6-inch Black Series line, that'd be really cool.
There were some cool speeders too, like the there was one episode where I think Anakin was flying they had clones flying the speeder bikes, and they had the little sidecar, and it was able to flip around to the back so they could fire backwards. Yeah, some cool stuff in the Clone Wars. We know that Clone Wars in the Black Series is going ahead, like they're doing like a different color for each part of the franchise. So Clone Wars has its own little subline now, so who knows what they're going to do.
All the yellow cards. When they do vehicles, they'll put the yellow stripe on it as well. And put it exclusive. Of course they will.
Yes.
Exclusives. Black Series 6-inch ATST. What do you reckon?
Yeah, park it in my carport.
Incinerator Trooper, freaking badass. Very nice.
Yeah, that looks so good. There's the mold now for the 5s is out in the vintage collection. Like, if they release Jesse on a vintage card, like I'll get a couple of them and keep one carded.
They'll have to over time.
Cheers for hanging out, Gary. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Good
Gary.
time. I am enjoying doing these live streams. It's it's a bit of fun. I do owe my wife a little bit of time afterwards. So she lets me go and run off for an hour and a half or 2 hours. So
you've been talking to your friends for hours.
Yep. Can't believe Hasbro didn't finish off the Bounty Hunter figures for the 40th anniversary cards.
Yeah.
Give them time. Give them time. That IG88 never needs to see the light of day ever again. I just want them to revisit that figure and start from the bottom up, because he's way too short. He
doesn't stand properly.
Yeah. Doesn't stand properly. IG11 wasn't accurate. Yeah. I mean, it worked. I don't know about you guys. Well, if you got IG11 or IG88, the little rubber elbow bits that come on, so he's got a bit of flex. It's like a little rubber hose. But those two have completely just disintegrated and fallen off. Yeah. And I'm worried about, like, other figures like that have that material that is just going to flake off. There is another one. I can't think of what it is, but it has that same material. I'm just waiting for the day for that to just melt off. Tristan enjoys them too. You can learn something about nerdy Star Wars collectors, because he's not one. A Black Series Arc Trooper 5s. I want a Black Series Arc Trooper Jesse, please. for reasons. How come we never got the Mando Loyalist? That's a good question, because Zing put up the...
Oh, the one we missed out was Mandalore. Is the one that we didn't get.
The Mandalorian, yeah.
Yeah. Not
sure what happened there. I saw Freedom Toys put one up for... Freedom Toys is the Taiwan, perhaps. And they seem to get all these things, and they put them up in mass prices, and there was one up for about $100 plus. That
price is rich.
Yeah. Well, that's where I got my Cad Bane from, and it was $150. So it was, yeah. I wanted that damn Cad Bane figure.
I wasn't missing out on that one.
I had to have that. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up, I think. But yeah, cheers for tuning in, everyone. It's been another fun Saturday night here on the tube. Thanks, Malcolm, for coming and hanging out, and cheers, Mike, for coming in to say good day and have a chat. We'll do it again sometime. We'll try and coax sci-fi into a chat at some point too. Get a bit of an Aussie crew together.
Get that mute button ready for his swearing.
If you're free 4 weeks time, mate, I'm free on a Saturday night. I only get 1 weekend off a month, so about 4 weeks if you're keen. I'm pretty keen to do this again.
Yeah, no, it's good fun just to shoot the breeze and talk some Star Wars, whatever comes to mind. So
I like it because I don't have to edit anything. Yes.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Yeah, it's fantastic. No intros, no nothing. These videos just get more thumbs down than everything else for that reason. It's like it was at least an hour and 20 minutes too long. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next stream. We'll stay tuned, and you'll be back very soon. So may the force be with you guys.
Bye.